Hey guys. How's it going? Sorry for being quiet for so long. I just kind of ended up taking a second week off because, oh boy, I don't know what was going on, but I was just super tired, like even more than usual. I know I say that a lot, but I was waking up at like 7:30 every day for a week. I don't know why. I wasn't even staying up that late, I was just drained. And for perspective, I set my alarm for 3. So that's like an extra 4.5 hours I'm sleeping in every day. So that's not good. But this week I've been waking up on time. Kinda. Get a little bit of extra sleep, but not 4 hours worth. But I'm all done with Chimera Squad. We finished Xenoblade last week, the week before, one of the two. And I'm just kind of working on Three Houses and Genshin Impact, actually. Now that I have freed up some of my backlog, I've gone back to that. I've actually been playing it since like September or October. I think September. But I haven't, I guess I could boot the game up while I'm talking. But I haven't, hold on, it actually got pushed out of my recent games, because it's been so long. The Other Worlds, let's go. Yeah, now that I'm getting through some of my backlog, gone back to Genshin Impact. I actually really like that game. Like, say what you want about the microtransactions, but it is a really good game. And you can play it just fine without doing any microtransaction stuff. You just have to have some restraint. Level 20, Supernova. Yeah, it's been a while. Let me just enjoy this music and talk. See, I'm playing that. I'm still in the tutorial. Like, I was just logging in every day to claim like email rewards and stuff and all the event stuff. I wasn't really playing. In PSO2, I'm like trying to play, but really I've lost interest, and I'm just like grinding away trying to get everything to the new level cap of 100, but it's slow going. And there's a couple games that have been added to my backlog, because I'm watching GDQ, that's another reason I've been absent. I'm watching the OVADs, and man, there's some cool games that I either haven't heard of or hadn't considered playing, but now I kind of want to. So that list keeps growing. And yeah, I hope everyone had good holidays. Mine were okay. I talked about it during Xenoblade, but, well, I was gonna say that doesn't get a ton of views, but neither does this. This is probably my least watched playthrough, because I get it. It's a lot of standing around talking to people, you know, Fallout, not the most exciting shit to watch, but I love this game. Holy shit do I love this game. Like, this is my game of the year from last year. That said, there wasn't like much that came out last year that I was really into. But yeah, this game is so good. And I've really been itching to get back into it. I wanted to do it last week, but just, I don't know what happened. I was just so tired every day. And I have to have dinner at 9 or close to 9, and I keep waking up at 7:30, so it's like, yeah, I don't have time to stream. I've also been really cold, which is odd, because it's been super warm out, and here I am just freezing. I don't know why. Okay. So right bumper is that, left bumper is heal, Just gotta re-familiarize myself with everything. It's been a while. Oh yeah, okay, so before Christmas break, I was hoping to get some streams of this in, but I think same thing happened. I slept in, was really tired. And I didn't want to just do like one stream and then have to leave this for what ended up being like 3 weeks, so... what I did was I grinded for this. Impedophobia, or impetophobia. After being encumbered one too many times, you no longer function well while encumbered. This may as well just be a free perk point, because you should never be encumbered anyway. So this isn't even... like, this is fine. This will never come into play. Especially now that we have 200 carrying capacity. So this is just a free perk point as far as I'm concerned. That's not even... I also... last time we took Raptophobia, which is kind of a mistake. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. It might make this planet a little more exciting. And boy, I didn't realize how hard it would actually make them. Cynophobia is also pretty much a free perk point because dogs in this game are really weak. This one's also free. Plasma usually is a free perk point, but on this difficulty, not so much. But yeah, in Pedophobia, I was like, am I doing this right? Because sitting there, putting something into a container, and taking it out over and over again to re-encumber yourself, that wasn't doing anything. I kept that up for like half an hour, nothing happened. So I went around just... I don't know if it's just being encumbered a certain amount of times or what, but it took so long. I was at this for like an entire weekend trying to get this, and I'm like, I don't even know if it exists. I see on several different sites, and someone had a screenshot, so I'm like, I think it exists, but it's not happening for me. It took so long for this to appear. So it's a free perk point, but boy is it hard to obtain. Because I basically just walked around Emerald Vale at like, you know, 1 point away from my carrying capacity, just killing dudes, picking up their stuff, breaking it down over and over again to just encumber myself. And we're going to put that into this. Nishi's... God, I have no idea how to say this. Nishi's reward. You deal increased damage based on the number of flaws you have. Plus 5% damage per flaw. And we're on Supernova and we have 5 flaws. You can only have 3 on normal, 4 on hard, and 5 on Supernova. So that's 25% increased damage just across the board to everything we do. So that's pretty sick. Yeah, I got Raptidont last time, which makes Raptidons a lot less scary than they could be. I got all my stuff to pristine, all the stuff that matters anyway. Yeah, I reorganized this, so all of our drinks are at the top. Or most of them anyway. I also bought some of these milks. I actually don't have a ton of food. Oh no, no, we have some. So I think what I want to do is, I want to finish this and then go back to Byzantium and just round up all these Byzantium quests at once before we do any more talking to people, because the rewards that we get, or specifically this reward, is super duper good and I want it. I think I also organized this. So melee mods up top, and then barrel mods, magazine mods, sight mods. Which there's no like auto sorts, you have to do all this manually, which is a pain in the ass. How's everyone equipped? Did I re-equip everyone? I think I did. Well, kinda. I don't really care about Felix, so... You know, I never realized that these were actually two different weapons. I think I have a thingy. Leaper injectors, dodge distance plus 30%. I just kind of put whatever onto this. I don't want to put, like, good mods on my armor right now. Are we already on Monarch? Oh, we are. So I'm probably going to use Nyoka for most of Monarch, but I do prefer Ellie. I like Nyoka better as a character. Give me a bit. I like Nyoka better as a character, but as a companion I like Ellie better. Just like stat-wise and everything. So there's a bunch of stuff to do here, and even more, because we haven't actually, I think we just got here last time and then had to leave. Oh man, that's a ways away. But yeah, I want to get this and then head back to Byzantium. And then come back here. Yeah, there's a lot to do here.
Wrap Musk and Canadize right here.
Please, will someone help me? My boy's in trouble.
He'll be fine. Also, I have a bit of a headache right now. I'm hoping it goes away on its own, but...
Hey, got a favor to ask you. Figure while we're out here in the wilderness anyhow, we might stop in on an old friend of mine. Preferably before we get to Hiram's. It's on the way, don't worry. You don't seem the type to run off and get yourself killed, and I could use the help.
I definitely don't plan on getting myself killed.
Well, we'll see about that. I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. I hate it. Every time I give someone the opportunity to disappoint me, they seem to make it their most immediate goal. But this, what I'm thinking, it's dangerous.
I'm honored you're asking, and I'm thrilled to accept. What can I do?
Really? Here I was steeling myself for inevitable rejection. I used to run with a band of hunters. Friends. 6 of us. We were on Monarch when the corporations pulled out, and we helped a lot of people pick up the pieces. I haven't seen 2 of them in years, and the rest I know to be dead. I'd like to gather their effects and bury them all in the same places, like the family we once were.
How do you know they're dead?
I saw it happen. Hell, one of them was in my arms at the time. His name was Hayes, and he's our first stop. I buried him a ways from our encampment. I'll show you where he rests. He had a medallion in his effects. That's what I'll bring home to Barry.
Where's home?
A long time ago, we built an encampment in one of Monarch's cave systems. Trouble is, a Mantiqueen showed up and kicked us all out. If we can find Rebecca and Anders, they'll know how to lure her out. Then, we kill the bitch, and bury everyone's medallions together.
Sounds fun. Let's go.
Thanks, Cap. Good old Stellar Bay. Only place on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. On account of it stinking like fish instead.
You reckon the smell ever goes away? Maybe the wind off the sea helps.
Please, it's just
Right. Here's the road.
falling apart.
Follow it south.
What does this say? Oh, Terra 1. That whole thing. Oops. Forgotten all of my buttons.
Let's go! The last of them.
I forgot this game doesn't have D-pad weapon switching.
Don't mess with
Not gonna spend too long here, but there's one particular item that I want before we move on. Steal all this though. Just a regular auto mag pistol, not even a Mark II. It's got a sprat. Can barely see anything up here. Well, so I'm probably gonna respec. Because I kinda took a few stats that we don't even need. Yeah, right in here. There's something we do need. I'm sorry if I'm like extra lacking in commentary today, but like I said, tired and headache, so I just kind of wanted something low maintenance. Today's gonna be a lot of, well, like every stream of this is a lot of dialogue, but Monarch is the very combat heavy planet. But we still have to go through like all of book. Not any specific kind of book, just book. Still have to go through Stellar Bay and talk to all those people. And then there's all the people in Fallbrook, there's all the people in Amber Heights. Like, we ain't done. But yeah, this. A nice hat. Which is actually super good. Leadership skills +5, persuade +7. Which is actually doubled because of our excuse me, our one perk that doubles, you know. That'll do. Hold on, I'm actually gonna take another medicine. I hope I'm good to stream, because we've already started. I don't want to give it just an hour and then stop, but if I have to, I might have to. so inaccurate. Another nice thing is I don't have to worry about flaw messages popping up anymore and like wasting my opportunity for flaws. Oh, it's usually dogs over here, but it's raptidons this time. I think somebody told us about this graveyard last time, but I didn't have time to come out here. I don't know why that's not one-shotting them anymore. It's actually not the wildlife here I'm super afraid of, it's these guys. Oh, hey. See, I'm a little out of practice. That was not
Coming back.
the best performance. I need to get long guns upgraded so get the armor penetrating. There's one that guarantees that critical hits ignore armor, and since our first shot is always a crit, you can usually just chain that into a whole bunch of insta-kills.
Help me, please!
Yeah, hold on.
They were coming real close to eating me. I'm Lenora. You, what are you doing out here? Not that I'm complaining, but I figure only marauders and animals roam around.
Just exploring.
Oh, well, okay. I can appreciate an adventurous spirit. Thanks for the help. I've got to pick up some things from the bay, but I run a little stand near Fallbrook. Next time you need supplies, stop by, you hear?
When I was doing my bad guy playthrough, not that it mattered because I was killing everyone in that playthrough anyway, but she died and I have no idea why, because it wasn't by my hand. I just looked over and she was already down. I'm like, oh, okay. Can't blame me for that one. You good?
I'll see you on the road sometime.
Oh, it's just a regular vortex mace. I think we're high enough level to get gold ones yet, or ultra, or whatever. What happened here? Grass.
Covering you!
Don't mess with us.
Mr. N. I'm never gonna use that game. What are you doing?
Welcome to Terra 1, the most Earth-like world in Halcyon. Take a moment to admire the triumph of civilization over nature. And while you're at it, say hello to the local settlers. We hope you've enjoyed this guided tour across the wonders of Halcyon. Please return to the Bureau of Exploration for a special prize.
Ah, yes. Civilization's triumph over nature, indeed. The most Earth-like planet in Halcyon. Oh, moon. It's just sulfur and misery. So yeah, that's all I wanted. So we're gonna head back. You have acquired book. Good. Either way, we have an elevator to sit through.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain. Remember that you are not insured.
Okay, before we head out there.
Sorry. Mind your way?
No, I'm just drunk. Don't mind me. So let me take a picture of this just so I have easy reference. Dane posting Byleth memes. Very good. Alright, so 500 bits. Whoop. And we need... a lot of Intimidate. And maybe some more of this too. If you're wondering what the hell I'm doing, we will be respecking again. I'm just... Let me get this for now, just to see if maybe... do that. Alright. It's alright, I have to redo all of them too. Let's put on our snazzy hat. I feel like Ellie would have something to say about this, but so I think this is all the Byzantium quests. All wrapped up. At least until the story brings us here, but we'll get to that later. Oh no! I never called it down. Shit. So now I gotta wait for this. Oh yeah, while I was home we were watching this like a video documentary thing on a statue of some, I forget if it was Greek or Roman, but oh, Helios, that's who it was. And there's an old philosophist named Byzantium.
Anti-Cleon's antibiotics. Take comfort in knowing that anything antibiotics cannot stop will probably kill you.
And how did they ever get permission to land? Perhaps we'll finally get some excitement after all.
Got your excitement right here.
Feeling a little off balance? You need a level head.
The dissonance actually...
Yo.
The best What?
Remember that stranger I saw in the square? Shh. The one with what must have been a T&L rep. Rather well dressed and well armed.
Enough! You're standing right here.
So,
What can I do for you, Dar?
Mantiqueen Chitin, Raptidon Hide, Primal Leather. Yeah, remember that quest?
I've been thinking of a name for this new outfit. Chimera.
Squad.
Crafted from the hides of 3 species of monster. While you were gone, I put in an order for one of my bespoke lapels. Solid gold, diamond encrusted. If it doesn't have one of my lapels, it's not a Jolicoeur original. Those slackwits at HPS are holding my parcel while they wait for a signature. Bureaucracy is so utterly insufferable. Be a dear and retrieve it for me.
Sure thing.
Wonderful! I'm giving you authorization to retrieve this parcel on my behalf. You truly are my savior, darling.
Ooh. Oh, this is it. Gim. That's the outfit I was hoping she would have before this quest ends. I think? God, I hope. And then here's just Vicar, Max, and Ellie's outfits for some reason. Yeah, look at this. I fucking love this outfit. It's so nice. Unfortunately, it's Spacer's choice, but these clothes may be dated, but they are still the height of military fashion. I love it. Like, goddamn. A lot nicer than this, but unfortunately on this difficulty I need armor. I want Parvati to have this, because look at that. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold on to that. I think only she sells it.
I've always loved her.
Because I don't remember seeing it in any other store.
Spacer's Choice Dehydrated Water Tablet. Just add here. Now available in
You, sir, are a fabulous negotiator.
Oh yeah. The ultimate bolter. Produced by Jock, never before manufactured in the Halcyon system. Hot from the Jock Labs. Put our brand in your hand. Yeah, so remember that prototype bolter that was a piece of shit? I mean, this thing is still a piece of shit. Level 11. 44 damage for 4,000 bits. That's not at all worth it. But yeah, if you give the blueprints to GLaDOS, I guess she sells them to Jock. Then we get that. Hey.
Oh, it's you. I suppose you're here to collect your prize. Hmm? I really do have the worst luck. When I gave you this job, I never expected you'd be so damned competent.
That's me, damned competent.
Yes, go on and gloat. You've already ruined all my plans with your talent for staying alive. The tour's not real, friend. Board shut it down years ago due to unacceptably high rates of fatalities. So I greased a few palms and got the tour up and running again. I outfitted every beacon with a recording device. Live footage of dim-witted mercenaries dying in gruesome ways across Halcyon. Oh, imagine the ratings.
Oh, that's so sad. Can I have my hat now?
Fine, fine. You're entitled to your reward. One certified explorer's hat, courtesy of the Bureau of Exploration, with my compliments.
Prize that wasn't enough to level up. Yeah, the Certified Explorers had no armor, but perception +1. For exploring the great and dangerous vistas of the galaxy, or just looking like you do. Max perception, 50% bonus to headshot weak spot damage. So I'm going to be running things a little risky, because if I get shot in the head, it's going to hurt real bad because I don't have a helmet. But I'm not super worried, because the AI never really seems to aim for your head, even on this difficulty. They just aim for your center of mass, and it's just kind of their weapon spread that might hit you in the head.
I'm afraid I can't come down anymore, my good man.
Did I already kill the guard back here? I think I did. Oh no, he's still here. What level are you? 19. I mean, I'm sure no one will mind if we just, Oh wait. I don't have power attacks. No one heard that? Even though we're in a busy, Oh right, my lockpicking sucks. Hold on.
Deft hands, Cap.
There's also this parcel for Minister Clark, which I'll take now just to save a trip later. But we won't be, we're just gonna be holding on to that for a while. I'm sure he won't mind. But yeah, that guard can see you stealing stuff in here from through the window, so I just get rid of him.
Great work.
Pristine tactical shotgun, I'll hold on to that. I might actually replace my melee weapon with that. Because shotguns are long guns, and I use long guns.
I love Byzantium.
Hey, careful. Don't go running around in the middle of a crime scene.
What happened to Celeste?
You mean Miss Jolie Kerr? She was reported for practicing a subversive aesthetic. We found her in her office, working on something perverse. She didn't cooperate, so we had to put her down. Never took her for a dissident sympathizer.
Did you really have to kill her? We were doing business.
Byzantium security regrets any disruption to regular flow of commerce. However, cultural and moral hygiene must always be maintained. Byzantium cultural standards are enforced by Universal Defense Logistics. Universal Defense Logistics, your first and last line of defense in the war against sedition.
Fight. Why are there still guards in here?
Sure.
Here it is. Can't mess around on her laptop.
Heading back.
That's right, I guess I have to take this from here, because this is part of Parvati's quest. This fancy evening wear. Are much more attractive than a pair of overalls. Perfect for special occasions or romantic evenings. Oh, I guess we missed some dialogue then, between Parvati and Jalakur. That kind of sucks. But yeah, I wanted this early because this is amazing. You always get it at level 21. It's light, but it has the armor scaling of heavy armor. And it looks snazzy. I look like fucking Janeway. And you know, all dialogue skills plus 10, which is actually plus 20 thanks to my armor bonus, so, you know. Our dialogue skills are a little insane now. And the reason I did all that...
Remember that stranger I saw in the
I'm surprised these two have nothing to say about everything that just transpired.
Spacer's choice.
My dear fellow.
So we have another quest. Wait, what is this building? Oh, the front side of the parcel.
So,
I don't think I've ever gone that way. Like, ever. We got this place, Odeon Pictures.
For all auditions, please use the elevator on the left.
I'm going into this with a snazzy suit and a top hat.
We're not gonna do this, are we? Promise me.
Great! You made it! Listen, I know you're expecting a script, but you're the real deal. Just go in there and do what feels natural.
Got it.
We gave the other actors real weapons to keep things authentic. And because Josh is paying to see their logo on the big screen.
I can work with that.
See, I knew you'd get it. Now go in there, find your mark, and show us what you got.
Well, well. Here to stop us at last, Captain Steele? You're too late. All of this settlement CNP Hungry Time food pills, same nutritional value, but now with added filler, are ours. With their patented stomach stuffing effects and baseline vitamin content, we will be nigh unstoppable.
I love. Apparently, we're playing Trials in Tainted Space now. Captain Steele just seems to be a. I know it's a reference to some old sci-fi thing, but many other sci-fi things make reference to it just constantly. Joke's on you, idiot! Those crates are just decoys.
They are? What an unexpected twist! You may have fooled me for now, but not for long.
Are we on camera now? Because I really don't care to be.
Do you remember the last time we faced each other? The Battle of Axejack, staring one another down across the void of space while flaming debris fell like rain around us.
The things you just described are scientifically impossible. Remain stoically silent.
I see you haven't changed a bit, Steele. I had you surrounded and outgunned, but you overcame my superior numbers with tactical thinking and a Hammersmith limited edition grenade launcher. I've been waiting for 5 years now, and at last my day for vengeance has come.
Intimidate 65. That's what you think. Exude wordless fury. I love that. You ran like a coward then, you'll run now if you don't know it's good. If you do know it's good for you.
I just got chills. But still, you'll not stop me now.
This all passes for entertainment around here? They ought to try tossing back a Spectrum Red and going rapt hunting. Someone's bound to lose an eye. It'll be a riot.
Hey, no one told me we were giving critics an early look. I gotta focus, okay? I have this whole port wired with sub-micro energon transistors. Once we're away, I'll activate the gamma particulate field and the quantaponic chain reaction will turn this whole place into vaporized plasma.
Quantaponic. Most of those words are made up and the ones that are real don't work like that. Not if I have anything to say about it.
Oh, but there's nothing you can do. I hope you've paid your burial fees and signed your personal death and dismemberment waivers because this is the end for you.
Apparently you can't actually just kill them. Oh, I really want to know what happens. I've never seen that. Let's see you try.
Line. Never mind, I think that's scene. To the break room, everyone. I need my Moab fizzy tea.
Oh.
Cut! That was fantastic. With actors like you, who needs writers? Let's take 5.
Oh, did they increase it? Because there was an Intimidate 100 check, which is why I pushed it to 100, but it might be higher now.
There's my star. Walk and talk with me.
He's still impressed, though.
That was brilliant stuff. Do you write your own material?
Or maybe the Intimidate 65 check was the 100 check and they just downed it for the DLC? I don't know. Because they revalued a bunch of stuff. Like, there used to be lockpick 100 checks that are now lockpick 140 for some reason, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why'd you increase it so much? The rewards haven't changed. It's still garbage. Why is it 140 now? You bet.
Amazing. Just firm up that jawline, and you'll be a triple threat. I'm gonna have to fire the writing staff. What do those anemic fuckwits know about dialogue, anyway? I'm thinking a whole new script. More pirates, bigger explosions, you flicking a Stogie Slim into a barrel of gasoline. Marketing says that kind of action sells tickets. Here, This is for your work today. I'll be in touch once we get that script.
21,000 XP. It's board rep. There's my paycheck. It's only 1,000 bits. Yeah, you can also just take all this. This isn't stealing. Yeah, that's what the respec was for, because I needed more Intimidate. But I guess I didn't need more Intimidate? You used to need 100, but I guess not anymore. I needed to respec anyway, though. Because of my wasted stats. Well, this is kind of a shit set, not gonna lie. Production wants to meet about the schedule tomorrow. Why do we need a schedule at all? Note to set department, need more crates. Note to me, assistant got my coffee order wrong. Schedule and flogging, or schedule a flogging. Extra number 1472 looked at me weird. Fire him. Union rep's name is Brandon. Don't take his calls. Director's board. Please refrain from touching my board. Oh yeah, and where are they? It's Burbage 2000. I did that twice. And Burbage 3000. Which there's a, I think it's just one loading screen where it's a movie advertisement featuring Burbage 2000 and Burbage 3000. Well, there they are, and they're kind of dead. Yeah, just a derpy little side quest. Free XP. Free money. Although I guess not really free money, because 1,000 bits, that just pays for my respecs. Welp.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Fudge.
I think we can both agree that
sour
Maverick
candy
Johnston
shell
is the
around
finest
sweet
director.
Purpleberry
Glaceon.
flavored center.
I agree with that. But only because Halcyon's aetherwave industry is sorely lacking in sophisticated directors.
Oh, for law's sake. What about All My Colonists? Johnston directed that.
Johnston did not direct All My Colonists. His name was tacked on, much like his endings.
And we know who worked on All My Colonists.
I tell you what. In our contracts as per your request. If you'll replace them.
Spacer.
So yeah, I'm not going to use armored helmets anymore. I'm just going to use this thing for that perception bonus. I'm also gonna reset this elevator. Let's see if that's enough. I don't know if we actually have to ride it all the way down. Elevator music loading screen. Because there will be one more trip back to I like how my phobia kicks in just from climbing that ladder. Oh, it goes up every time you use it. I actually didn't know that. Doubles every time. Okay. Well, it's only that one time. Or those 2 times that I need it. Oh god, you're so slow without that one upgrade.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Alright, while we're in town, I'll just leave both of these on. Alright, so first off, I need this, this, health restored, TTD restored, guaranteed crit, armor bonus, carrying capacity, and penetrating shots. One point into melee just so I get my power attacks. I'm not even gonna put anything into defense. I think this is good. Like, we don't really need more than 50. Oh, sneak attacks which kill their targets do not alert other enemies. I didn't even notice that. Let me come back to lockpick. I do need this. At the very least. I need this at 60. Well, fuck. You know what I should have done before I respect? Because that's just going to be extra bits now. And I don't know if I want to get science all the way to 100. But I do want that tinkering. Ah, I fucked up. There we go. All that extra corrosion damage. We'll see. I might be able to get that to 100. Want that because I really like that. I like getting that to 80. Don't need it any higher than that, though. I can live without defense, and now... Yeah, so the next 6 levels are just going to be long guns, because I need damage. Like that adept skill, we need that. That expert skill we also need. That master skill we definitely need. And that'll put us at 27. And I need 4 levels for engineering, which will be level 31. And now that they've raised the cap, yeah, we can get that. I don't know what to do with my last 2 levels. Might just dump them into Persuade. So yeah, that's our game plan. Ellie. Bonus medical, sure. Bonus healing. The revive. Don't need that. Your damage isn't important, but your health is. Felix, I don't fucking care. I don't use you. See, this would be a lot better if it was the whole party did bonus damage to creatures, but it's just her. So it's like, eh. Whatever. And that's not amazing. Yeah, a lot of these are just like, why? Want that engineering? Don't need that. Don't need that. Can take that. Just because the end game is pretty much nothing but auto mechanicals. So I feel like that will be real nice. That's a big damage reduction. Bonus hack, yes. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Sure. I usually always take stand your ground. When this companion takes damage, they gain armor for a short time. It stacks up to 3 times, plus 3 armor rating for 10 seconds. So if they get shot 3 times, they get 9 extra armor rating for a little while. But on this difficulty, that kind of doesn't matter. Because they die so easily anyway. And even on normal, like by the end of the game, when everything is level 30, your companions don't last very long in fights, so... I don't even bother with that, but yeah, we're looking good now. A little sad that I wasted. But we can get... I don't need to tinker my stuff until the end of the game. Actually, it might not matter. Because I remember reading... There's like tier 3 versions of weapons that usually don't appear until the final dungeon, which you're locked into anyway, so there's no real reason for them. But I've heard with this DLC and the increased level cap, you can actually get them earlier than that. Because like once you push to level 33, I don't know if they only drop in the DLC area, or maybe they'll show up in shops after that point, but yeah, like you can get them earlier than normal. And yeah, instead of this melee weapon, let me put on this shotgun. Uses light ammo too, so that's excellent. Don't have to worry about another source of losing heavy ammo. So I got all 3 ammo types. Because this thing uses energy, which is why I like it so much. Oh, excuse me. Oh, hold on. Before I forget, for like the millionth time. Manual save. Yoka and Parvati. Let's go. Yeah, sorry for all the boring menuing, but it's just kind of the... Oh boy, big stretch. Ow. My back. Oh, I felt that one. It's just kind of the nature of these kind of games. Especially on this difficulty. Like, I need to min-max a little bit. I'm so happy with all these green arrows, like how our stats ended up turning out. Like, this is super nice. Yeah, I think if I do another playthrough, I'm going to do a mixed max strength, two-handed melee, because I only ever used one-handed. I never really went full two-handed. Because yes, two-handed attacks do more damage, but the DPS of one-handed is stronger. That said, I only ever use power attacks with melee anyway, so maybe two-handed would be better. But then Dex is also good because you get extra attack speed, so it's like, it's hard. But yeah, like two-handed melee and heavy weapons I've never really used much. Like, I'm still thinking of replaying this game. That's how much I love this game. That fucking Among Us sound. Okay, I don't think the shops have anything cool yet. Oh, level 24, that's not bad. 42 armor. 40 armor. What do my companions have? 44. So they're actually pretty well decked. The only thing I don't like about Chimera is that it, is that because it's light, it doesn't have mod slots, so you can't put fun stuff on it, but otherwise, yeah, it's fantastic. And I also don't need to put a silver tongue kit on anymore because Chimera's better.
I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies.
Uh-huh.
Think they're watching the same serials, following the same tossball games?
Mm-hmm.
You're not listening to a word, are you?
Look, my back aches and everything smells like fish. I just want to enjoy my beer.
Yeah, I feel that. Maybe not so much the fish part, but... Actually, before we go into full, here, let me do this so you at least still get the music. Into full Stellar Bay mode, I need the restroom. Music? There it is. Alright, be right back. And I'm back.
Laws. Can a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a Stogie Slim in peace?
You got a lot of brass for a man doing absolutely nothing.
What I am doing, ma'am, is enjoying the moment. It's so rare that I can seize one apart from the jabbering masses of this wretched place.
What are you talking about?
This law's forgotten town. Cut off from the rest of the colony. Removed from any culture. I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper board-affiliated town with regular shipments of Auntie Cleo's best and all the cereals. Before Sanjar took over MSI and got us all booted.
You miss the good old days?
Days of consumption and culture. When we weren't squabbling with the iconoclasts for lack of better things to do. Look, you're making me melancholy. Is there something you wanted?
That guy's not part of any quests or anything, he's just there. He's just hanging out. Did I ever talk to you?
Something else I can do for you?
I love your mustache. Yeah, I talked to him. Whoa. You okay, Nyoka? What was that? Why is MSI gear so bad?
Watch it!
New face, huh?
Wow, you look exactly
You
like
from
that guy from
Off-World?
downstairs. Captain Danica, the Unreliable.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome.
Thanks.
Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
By the smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
What are you celebrating?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
What could be so bad it made you walk off the job?
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor Velma goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
I happen to be pretty good with negotiations. Especially with these new stats.
I wouldn't doubt it. You look like the type who tends to come out on top. Not like us cogs, trying to be the squeaky wheel but just getting deadlocked. It's been days, but Velma won't even hear us out. Maybe you could just make her listen to our demands.
I'll mediate on your behalf.
You would do that? We sure are lucky you decided to come up to the patio today. I knew drinking up here would be good for more than the view. Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
You just lie. How long can you afford to miss work?
Not forever, but we've each saved up our bits, and I stashed them safe in my home by the diner. I reckon we could last a week or two at least.
Any suggestions for how to put pressure on Velma to negotiate?
If I knew that, I'd have tried it. Talking reasonably got me nowhere. Maybe you'll fare better. The others wanted to blackmail her, but we're above that. Besides, them are just rumors. We got no proof they're true.
What's this about blackmail now?
I would never endorse such an untoward tactic, you know, but, well, there's rumors that Velma's taking a cut off the profits. So far, it's just gossip, you know, but if there was any proof to be had, it'd be in the Saltuna warehouse, I reckon.
Hey. Howdy.
It'll be good to get some steady pay again.
Thanks for the help. Still, this is a nice break from the warehouse.
I like your outfit. Your jumpsuit. I like that green.
I'm going.
Oh, I already looted this. Never mind.
On my way.
Like these wacky noises.
Wouldn't mind smelling like Saltuna if you could sell me.
Oh, break room is empty. Hold on. Time to steal everything while no one's in here.
Smells like rat in here.
Oh, it does work. I bought some musk from Sebastian to cover up the Saltuna smell.
Trust me, this is worse.
Pescatological incision implement. This fish saw could use a good cleaning. There's Velma.
Hey, Velma, I got your caffeinoid pills.
You're a lifesaver. Hope Abigail didn't give you a hard time.
Just the usual. Any word on Braxton?
Nothing. Don't know how much longer I can cover for him either. Give me those pills, will you?
Here you go. You know, you might consider a real night's sleep instead.
Nicely done.
There's the toss ball poster. Mash random keys. Hack 55, bypass. Nora Morris of supply contracts, order forms, spreadsheets, and financial records. Careful study of her financials reveal that for the past several years she has been slowly siphoning money from her operating budget into a personal account. The theft is cleverly hidden. Individual instances can be excused as rounding errors or mistakes in simple arithmetic. The sheer volume of occurrences, however, indicates deliberate intent.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Catherine said she'd shove you in a box if you keep running her yap like that. What are you talking about, Catherine?
Sorry. Seems I got my cables crossed. Thought you were another shakedown tough from Fallbrook. Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Your chief what?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
Don't you have rules about that sort of thing?
We're not keen on rules for rules' sake around here. Means Braxton skips work sometimes, but it also means no company boss is telling me when I can take a shit. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
You said Braxton had been stealing drugs?
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Awfully nice of you not to say anything.
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the Saltuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Who's this Catherine you mentioned when I first came in here?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer.
Let's talk about Caleb.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say.
Why can't you give him his pay increase?
I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone.
Caleb says they need a raise to keep up with the prices around here.
Tell him to complain to Catherine in Fallbrook, not me. Sublight's demanding more money for the same contracts, which means we're all in the same boat. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire Sublight contractors at this rate.
Are you willing to meet Caleb halfway?
For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life.
Someone's gonna notice your shortfalls before long. You're going to be held responsible.
Maybe so, but I bet you Caleb runs out of bits first. Then he'll have to come back. He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk, but if the money's real, I bet you he keeps it at home. Near the diner.
You'd steal from your own people? That's low, ma'am.
That's business. Someone's gotta keep the lights on.
I saw your accounts. You've been skimming money for years. You can afford to pay more.
Yeah, and did you miss the part where I'm working doubles to cover for everyone who decides not to show? I'm the one who keeps this place running. That money's mine, one way or another.
That sounds remarkably like Caleb's argument.
Fine. Tell Caleb he and his team can have their raise, but I need them back here immediately.
What is this path these guys are walking? Whoa, I never actually looked over here before. What is this? Aqua farm. This ruined tossball stick is covered in blood and has a decayed purple tooth embedded in it. Elijah is written along the shaft. Purple tooth. Ew. Dead guy. Bloody note. You can make out the words Ilia and passcode Antediluvian. Meet with Catherine. Oh, nice.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for rat musk.
Bet they also pay to make it stink less.
Supposedly, it makes you more attractive for, you know.
Trust me, no one's going near you like this.
Oh, it's the clinic they've already raided. Does she have anything unique to say now that we have Nyoka?
Come to share a secret with Auntie Abigail?
Guess not. Tossball betting.
Hey, I saw that!
Motherfucker.
What do you think you're doing?
Whatever I want.
Do what you want, I guess.
you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths.
I play for Auntie Cleo's darlings. Don't you recognize me? They're all pretty great.
Aren't they just? When I get to worrying about the marauders outside, the raptidons chewing at the walls, I just turn my transceiver up to drown it all out. Most of the time it's static on account of the frequency being clogged up, but sometimes it's tossball. So, what can I do for you?
You said you were having trouble receiving the tossball game transmissions?
Graham's always filling the airwaves with this propaganda, like it's done him any good. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch.
Alright. I love these old stock computer sounds. I must have said that like 5 times already in this playthrough, but I don't know, it's just funny to me. You're walking around and then just bloop. All these beepy noises that I would hear in like an N64 game. Someone's carbine just hanging out in an alley. My leg. I think your screen gets all bloody from fall damage. It's like, what, did I hit the ground so hard that my leg exploded all the way up to my face? Because, damn. It's a hell of an impact.
Great work.
Help! Someone's been killed! I think I'm gonna be sick.
Are you alright? Pull yourself together and tell me what happened.
I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
I think he just calmly walks away.
You don't look like Sublight. Must be freelance.
Oh, I want that. All these free drinks that I can't have.
Good day to you. Good day to you. Good day to you.
Everett Gill.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit.
Why would you admit that to anyone? Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Most people don't. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves.
Oh god. Excuse me, how's that?
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rats spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation. And I was a fool for staying.
Why did you decide to stay in the first place?
Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about how he'd run Monarch. Rest periods between every work shift. No shift more than 10 hours long.
You company folk are all the same. Choose to stay, then complain about the choice you've made.
How was I supposed to know it'd turn out like this? It all sounds wonderful, until you realize there's only a few centimeters of repurposed steel between you and the deadliest creatures in the galaxy.
Seems like you want more than centimeters.
I could do with a few kilometers of cold vacuum, but that spaceship is flown.
Ever thought about leaving Stellar Bay?
Only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly get ships on a regular basis, yours notwithstanding. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting eaten, shot, or dissolved into green goop, what then?
You forgot stab, that's also a possibility. Why don't you just tell me?
Nothing. That's what. Because MSI is not in what you'd call good standing with the board. So even if I could get out of here, no one's gonna hire me.
Not with that attitude.
Was there something else? Or did you just want to mock me?
My engineer's looking to get a dustback casserole. Can you cook one of those?
That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. And the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain.
3,000 bits. You take me for an idiot? No damn casserole's worth that much.
What? No, Captain, I don't want you to do it this way.
It's all right, miss. I'm a coward at heart. Made that clear from the outset. Look, Captain, this is the best I can do without putting myself out of business.
2,000 bits. I could back to you on that.
Sure, just let me know. Lucky you.
Alright. We're gonna do our old save cheat. And we'll just, I don't know, kill him.
Here they come.
No, we just kind of chill. As long as the guards don't see anything, they don't give a fuck. And everything's fine. Also, Evergill's note. For Adjutant's agent, source of all broadcasts is Devil Peak Station, atop Central Mountain. Dangerous paths accessible on western side. Research alternate routes if time permits. And that's for a quest we won't be doing. And here's the casserole. It only spawns if you kill him. That's how you get it for free.
Oh, gosh. My Tom's rumbling just smelling that casserole.
I don't want you to do it like this. Captain watches as we murder the man and steal his casserole. Yeah, they're all labeled as enemies now, but I can't even talk to them. I want this.
What do you think you're doing?
Here they come.
Oh, hey.
Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
Am I not losing reputation for this? 3. That's odd. I only lost 3 for getting caught stealing twice and killing 2 people.
I don't want to die!
Yeah, I cannot let the guards see me while everyone's freaking out like this.
No! Leave me alone!
Kinda just have to wait for everyone to go back to normal. Because if guards see me, then we have a problem. Because then they'll attack and everything will be bad. I can't fight back because then we'll really lose reputation. If I kill all the guards. Yeah, I love the those Gigantosaur drinks. Where are they? It's just another caffeine drink, but they're really good. I can't actually fast travel right now because everything is flagged as an enemy. I think though, if I just area transition, it'll reset. It's okay, nobody likes Raymond.
I saw that. Incoming!
I'm going in!
Ah, shit. Why? Why did they fire at me? I guess because I ran from the person that saw me stealing, and that counts as resisting arrest, I guess? Eh. There. I didn't see shit. Oh, is this the same building? Yeah, it is. Yo, chef, what's going on? Where's my meal? Oh. Like the pile of dust on the floor, too. I don't get why civilians give a fuck about you stealing them. Like, why do they care?
Sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
Even Stellar Bay ain't safe these days. What's the world coming to?
I don't know, but I'm gonna steal all of his belongings. Tossball betting slip. Betting slip lists some increasingly bold wagers made for a team called Mostly Colonists. It's from left field tossball betting. Hastily packed suitcase. Several ragged outfits, all the same cut and color, was stuffed into the suitcase. This isn't a suitcase, this is a handbag. Cute little apartments, I guess. Ooh, Mr. Acid. Grenade launcher too. She's gonna wake up and all her stuff is gone. Something foul is leaking from the apartment upstairs. This lady just complains about everything. Who is still flagged as an enemy and why?
Whatever you do, don't mention Crossball to Isaac. You'll never hear the end of it.
You know, I haven't seen him in a while.
If you gotten stuck in an hour-long rant about mostly colonists, you'd be thankful.
You should just go down to his room. You'll see him. He's fine. So anybody else just keep a flaming scythe behind their bed? In case of emergency? Is there anyone in here? Eh, no sleeping person. Got a lot of beds. So much of this room's real estate is just beds. Wait, what is this? What is this texture? Are these like towels? Because that looks like cardboard. Or wood. I guess it's just like a bunch of towels and a little thing strapped together. It's weird.
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
Why is everyone in this town so jumpy? I'm looking for Braxton. Have you seen him?
Braxton? I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
Relax, no one's in trouble. I'm just looking to have a friendly chat with him.
Oh, in that case, he told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
That's all I needed.
I'll be straight with you. Folk who disappear
Wah.
in the wilderness generally aren't able to come back. Don't get your hopes up.
Hello, Parvati. Dropping a care package off with the Mathers in the old ruins south of Stellar Bay. Be back soon. Laura, I know you're reading this. Stay out of my things. Oh, it's the people in the bar. They're still labeled as enemies. I guess the reset didn't fix that. Oh well. That's what I get for stealing everything. What's this? Bother Sanjargo walls.
What do you think of the unreliable Parvati?
There's always something to fix, and it's neat working in the Aether. I always took Atmo for granted. Now, if I drill through the hull, we all suffocate. Exciting, you know?
I'm not sure I wanted to know that. Being in space sets me on edge enough.
You know about stellar emissions? Actually, I probably shouldn't tell you about those. I mean, not unless you want to know how we're all likely to get spacers lung.
Right. Okay. When we get back to the ship, I'm drinking this conversation right out of my recollection.
Well, well. The only new folk I ever see in town are sublight runners from Fallbrook. But you don't look like one of Catherine's. What can I get you? All sales are final, unless you threaten me. I'm kidding. Don't threaten me.
Why would you say that? Apologies for my squeaky ass chair. MSI plasma rifle. MSI shot. These are so weak. I don't understand why these are here. And the amount of work you have to do to access them. Like 98 to 220, 153 to 345. I don't get it. Why are these an option? And the heavy machine guns. Which are real strong, like goddamn. Alright, let's go ahead to that toss ball area. Again. Howdy.
Here to catch a game? I'm afraid the transmission's still pretty bad. What can I do for you?
I found this betting slip in the dead man's apartment. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth.
I'm listening.
Right. So the thing with Isaac is he didn't know where to stop. He'd get stuck on something, and he just couldn't let it go. Sometimes he'd drink Purpleberry Punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money.
So who did he owe?
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them.
Thanks for the tip.
Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
Oh, I'm getting sleepy. Hold on. Can I get a new caffeine drink? Yeah. Barely did anything. Also didn't really do anything. What the hell? Where is that alley?
So the ship talks? Do all ships do that?
I can't say for certain, since I only ever been on this one. Ada's something special though, ain't she?
Ada. What is it? She? It? I'm a bit fuzzy on the details.
Used to be I thought she was a simulated intelligence. You know, a long series of commands telling her how to react to certain inputs.
You used to? What do you think now?
Well, I worked with a lot of machines, and ain't none of them like her. They can be pretty smart, but mostly they're rule books with a voice box. Ada's different.
One of life's mysteries, I suppose. I don't trust it. If it crashes us into a star, I'll be a mite upset.
Ah, here we are.
Who the fuck are you? This ain't your alley.
Beat it.
Just beat it.
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley. Berta already pissed by those crates to market.
I know you murdered Isaac.
Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
I'm making it my business.
Oh yeah? What are you saying exactly?
You bully people long enough, if you know what's good for you, you'll clear out and never come back.
Wow. Most of the pencil pushers around here cave as soon as you look at them funny. Fine, we're going. This ain't worth it.
I can't just kill them, because then I'll lose sublight ref. So we gotta talk our way out of it. And by talk, I mean snarl a bit. Oh, all that heavy ammo. Gimme, gimme. What? It's just a flamethrower back here, alright. Where did the lady go? Oh.
Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away, and he's going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a Raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Oh, Mom. Vinny told me. I wish I could do that voice that Vinny does, but... Calm down, take a deep breath, tell me what happened.
Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. But how can I keep him safe if he's run away? He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the Raptidons, Mantisaurs, and Marauders, the toxic sulfur pools and poisonous glands, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
You ain't wrong, but if he hasn't made it to Amber Heights by now, there's no saving him.
Please, won't you go and find my boy?
Why would Tucker run away?
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A Raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
And her face is all sorts of messed up. You see that? Can't tell if those are wrinkles or burn marks. Or both. Where would he have gone?
He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them, but did he? No! And now I just know my boy's run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a Mantiqueen hasn't spooled out and eaten his entrails for breakfast already.
If a queen got to him, he died quick. Ought to be thankful for that. Most aren't so lucky.
Oh, where's my fainting chair? I can't take this!
What are you saying about the iconoclasts?
Those low-life degenerates, leading innocent boys into a life of danger. Oh, they make it sound so exciting. Like it's noble to risk it all out there, fighting for the greater good. How noble is it to worry your loved ones? Not at all, I say. But still they preach their sermons of anarchy and rebellion to anyone who listened. If they weren't holed up in Amber Heights, I'd knock them all upside the head.
Where is Amber Heights?
That old settlement, southwest of Stellar Bay. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with the nutty iconoclasts. Or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak. Or maybe Marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs and made him snort them. Oh, the things that could happen to my sweet baby.
She's got a hell of an imagination. I'll help you find your son.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
You punch him in the mouth.
You ever been off Monarch, Mioka? Before you met the captain, I mean.
Nah, I mostly just drank and hunted. Soon as you stop to dream of other things, that'll be the day something sneaks up and eats you.
Don't fret. I'm watching your back now. Anything tries to eat us, I'll give it a mighty whack on the nose.
Well, I'll be damned. You watch my back, I'll watch yours.
Give it a mighty whack on the nose. Oh, where was the dude's house by the diner?
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always trying.
Oh, did I go upstairs in here? Please.
Shh. Nicely done.
Herrick's stash. I don't think I actually get anything for that though. Whoa boy. Ow. That was a key item, not actual money.
Why don't you grab a chair? Got an update for us? We can't afford to sit this out for too much longer. Know what I mean?
Velma was embezzling from MSI. She's agreed to up your wages in exchange for my silence.
Well, I'll be a Raptidon's dinner. Reckon I ought to listen to gossip more often. As agreed, here's your compensation. Ain't a lot, but I hope it shows how much we appreciate all you've done. Now me and my friends here better get back to work before Velma blows a fuse. Best get back to work. Don't want to give Velma a reason to change her mind.
I'll be glad to get back to work. All this sitting makes me antsy.
Looks like we'll be getting back to work soon.
This dude's just chilling with his mace.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
So here's Sanjar, probably one of my least favorite characters. He's not bad, he just irritates me. Just don't really like him. Also, I'm gonna be needing this.
What do you think you're doing?
Whatever I want.
I don't have time for this. Move along.
Oh, this monitor's so bright. There's a bunch of stuff there that I don't give a shit about.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
That's very generous of you.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
I'm charting my own path, going where the wind takes me.
What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Halcyon. Not outside Tartarus prison, anyway. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Only, I take it this means you aren't here for salt tuna.
It could always be both. If I have to eat one more weird science project passed off as food in this sprat-fucked colony, I am going to stab someone. Afraid not.
Oh, a shame. I'd been saving a bottle of iceberg-aged whiskey for an occasion like this.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
If you're free of the other corporations, why would you want to bring them back?
Surviving alone isn't as easy as it looks. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now.
So-called is right. We've got our hazards, but we're still here, damn it. The board took off without so much as a thought for the folks left behind.
I don't... Dang it, Captain, that's not right. Folks on Monarch shouldn't have to suffer just because the board says so.
Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
And you're tired of scrounging and scraping by, is that it?
Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
So what do you mean to do about it?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
This lady knows what's going on.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
How long did it take you to figure out that you need to defend your city? Fine, but how do you need to do that?
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
This Bolts 52 sounds useful. What is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Where do I find one?
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. These days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Why are you saying it that way?
Saying what? Which way?
Arms. You're saying arms instead of arms.
That's just what it's called. It's supposed to stand for something, but I forget what.
I'm sure I'll know it when I find it.
Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. What can I do for you?
Isaac Rose is dead. I found the people who killed him.
But that's terrible. What happened?
It was Elijah and his hooligan friends and ran them out of town.
I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. They've been causing quite a bit of trouble around town. I've been consumed with other matters of late, but I would have dealt with them eventually.
Of course you would have.
Of course I would have. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
I met Grim, the landing pad guard.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
That guy's a world-class moron. He did a bang-up job.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
I'm looking for an information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate.
How do I get to Devil's Peak?
You'd head south along the road and look for a mountain to the west. Not that I'd advise it. It's a terribly dangerous trek. But I see you've met Nyoka. Anyone can get you there safely, it's her.
He just wants me out of his bar.
Yeah,
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
How did MSI get kicked off the board in the first place?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
Do you mean you initiated your own removal from the board?
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. But back then, it was known as Terra 1.
Terra 1 and Terra 2, I see the board put their best people on that one.
Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them Earth-like.
Here, though, the results were mixed.
That ain't fair. They didn't leave on account of the hazards. They left on account of their cowardice. The hazards just gave them a reason to put to paper.
Sharp as ever, Nyoka. And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
But not MSI, right?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
How forward thinking of you.
It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I hope you'd treat them nice, whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
Here, here. That may not be the way the colony works, but it damn well oughta.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
Using the board's own tools against them. Clever.
That's what I thought. But the senior executives laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
Yet here you are.
Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
Why exactly do you want back on the board?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Yeah, that'd go a long way toward rebuilding our homes.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
I've treated you pretty roughly. Is it worth going back to that? Can't fault you for your practicality.
Indeed. We've got to consider realities, not ideals. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Leverage?
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, it'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
What's the hazard clause?
It's straight bullshit is what it is. A fabrication rich folks use to preserve their investments, by leaving a lot of people here to die slow.
Nyoka has the right of it. It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
But wait, what happens to the folks stuck on the wrong side of dangerous?
Well, I'm afraid the welfare of a few hundred people is too minor a figure into the board's risk assessments.
And they've invoked it on Monarch?
Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way. What can I do for you?
Ah.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
What was that exchange about? You having money trouble?
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Do you normally blow your money on Raptidon parts?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
Why are you buying so much from Sebastian?
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
He's sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Just ask him on a date.
I couldn't. What if he says no? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
Wait, I'm curious. What do you see in Sebastian?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
You really want to be with someone you can't talk to?
You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny.
That's all I need to know.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
I thought that restores more of your energy, but it doesn't. Long guns. Oh, you know what? Let me, we have 103. Actually, lie is our highest stat. Oh, that's just because of a bonus support lie. Yeah, 103 persuade with all of these stats. All these stat increases. And perks. I want steady hand. So I just don't have to worry. You kill an enemy and I don't know exactly how long it is, but it seems to last for quite a while. 100% lowered ranged weapons sway, 100% lowered movement penalty to accuracy, so you're just pure accurate. Which is real good for stuff like the heavy machine gun. Oh, I never did give Grim his poster. Hold on. Hey, bud.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in.
Here it is.
Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker, too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Thanks.
I'd show you around, but I gotta keep watch. Just in case someone else comes along.
Wow, why is it so weak? It has acid on it, but it's level 3. What the fuck? That's so weird. I don't even want it.
So Ada isn't really alive, but she can still talk like a person. What about Sam? What's it? Sorry. Is he the same thing?
Sam's an automechanical thing, not a computer brain thing like Ada. I don't think Sam understands gender, so you can call him it if you want.
Right, but she's a machine, he's a machine. How are they different?
You know how I said Ada was special? Her wiring's a whole lot more complex than Sam's, so she can simulate a personality better than he can. She got more tools in her box, so to speak.
So he's following his own rules, making everything obnoxiously clean because he has to. Maybe I ought to let up on him a bit.
There you are.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a woman who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts.
Sebastian, you ever get your hands on those pheromone sacs? Manipillars ain't gonna hunt themselves, you know.
I must have hunted a dozen, but I couldn't find a single sack on any of them. I must be looking in the wrong place.
Manipillars ain't got pheromone sacs. I just told him that so he'd stop asking me for advice.
At least I'm getting a good haul of claws in the process. You're in good hands, traveling with Monarch's top merc. Still, if you want any rat glands or manticlaws, I've got you covered.
Why would I want any of that?
I don't know. Celia usually buys whatever I have, and Mr. Pickett seemed real interested. So I thought maybe I was onto something.
Mr. Pickett? Franklin Pickett from Edgewater?
That's him. He'd been here years, but he always talked about going back to Edgewater one day.
Parvati, you know who he's talking about?
Sure. Mr. Pickett used to run the community center outside Edgewater. He had this grand idea to make it a museum for halcyon life. As my dad told it, Mr. Pickett was always going on about getting a manta queen for the last display. He left the Vale, gosh, years ago.
He came to Stellar Bay years ago, just before the board cut us off. Ended up stuck here. He was always real interested in our monsters. Manta queens, especially.
I kept telling him he was a fool for chasing Mana Queen tail. Anyone looking to get familiar with a queen is liable to become the bitch's supper.
Oh my. Well, I hope he's all right. Haven't seen him in a while.
Have you seen a mannequin?
Sure. They're real big. Hard to miss them.
Where have you seen a mannequin?
Well, I could send you to the same place I sent Mr. Pickett. But I haven't seen him in a few weeks. To tell true, I'm starting to get a bit worried about him.
Captain, can we look for him? I'd feel awful if somebody from home was in trouble and we didn't do nothing.
Tell you what, I'll tell you where I sent Mr. Pickett if you promise to look for him. Help him out if he's got himself in trouble. Fair deal?
Sure, I can keep an eye out for him.
All right then. Leave town through the southern gate, the one right here, and head past the abandoned ruins.
Past the ruins? That's Manta territory, all right. My professional opinion is that we leave that idiot to his well-deserved fate. No offense.
Last Mana Queen I saw was in the wilds out that-a-ways. Could be Mr. Pickett still out there, too.
So yeah, remember that community center way back from the start of the game with all the creature displays and coming soon, Mana Queen.
Oh, good. Celia hasn't come by in a few days, so I haven't sold much.
Oh, I guess this is like an alternative. You could just buy the flank hides in the chitin if you don't want to hunt them, but like, why would you?
You?
Well, let's talk about Celia.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
She likes you.
Nice of you to say. I like her too.
She's interested in you romantically.
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm?
Oh, no, that's not it at all. She's smitten with you. You smited her. Smote? Smoot?
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues.
Don't take my word for it. Spend some time with her. I promise she won't ask for a discount.
You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice.
Give her a chance. Give yourself a chance. Take her someplace nice.
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
That's the spirit, Sebastian. Be yourself. Between you and me, Captain, I'm not sure Miss Celia knows him too well, But we can hope, right? I want them to be happy.
Yeah, Sebastian's kind of a clueless idiot, huh?
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
You guys are like 10 feet away from each other. He said he'll go on a date with you.
Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia? I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on?
Look, you've got your chance. Have fun and don't overthink it.
Oh, I will. Now I've just got to figure out which jumpsuit I'm wearing and how I'm fixing my hair. Or maybe I should go with a casual look? Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
I don't know what it is, but my gun's been acting funny. Used to be, I had to correct for a bit of leftward drag. Got used to standing just so, and after a while, it put a thorn in my side, something awful. Lately, though, it ain't pulling. I find my stance much improved.
Oh, that's real good to hear. It took me a while to... never mind.
What? Girl, have you been touching my stuff?
I'm sorry, I should have asked. I just got real bored, and I seen you leaning, and the gun was sitting right there.
You know, the last time I caught someone messing with my equipment, I threw him in a sulfur pool. But I appreciate the help. You want to make modifications, just come ask me, all right? I ain't gonna bite.
I love these two. Now, what am I doing? Journal. Map. Why are there still enemies nearby? What have I done? So we got the secret people, we got a bunch. Got a bunch of quests. Lots to do. What time is it though? 8:30. I don't have a ton of time left, but we can do a little bit. We can do the secret people. Oh god, hiccups. Oh, there's the one with Burbage 2000, Burbage 3000.
Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload salt tuna shipments at the cannery.
You'll get used to it. Give it 10 or 15 years.
Why is that not enough to kill? Barely does any damage. that raptophobia is kind of screwing me, huh? I love one of these anyway. 16. I don't know why these ones are so buff.
Not a peep from
These ones are getting one shot. Not that one.
Careful. Only things you'll find in the ruins are liable to shoot you or eat you. Or both.
Will be fun.
Visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
I'm getting real bad fight or flight right now. Watch your step. People ain't this friendly outside city walls.
The Edgewater deserters were perfectly nice, and they lived outside the city walls. Well, maybe not Adelaide, but everyone else.
That's the spirit. Now come in. Make yourselves comfortable.
Looking for a man named Braxton. He supposedly came by here.
I'm afraid we don't get many visitors out here. The Raptidons and Marauders scare off all but the boldest. And if you've braved them, you must be exhausted. Why don't you stay for dinner?
Are you sure you haven't seen Braxton? I heard he was delivering medicine to you.
I'm sure I would remember something like that. Now, quit fretting yourself about that. Make yourself at home. Dinner's almost ready.
Something ain't right about this.
Also, door's locked, and we can't pick it.
You must be famished. So are we, my friend, but one can't rush a fine meal.
Why is the door locked?
Is it sticking again? I'm afraid nothing out here works the way it used to. There's a bit of a trick to jimmying it open. I'll see to it once we've finished dinner.
Okay.
I do appreciate your patience. I'd hate to serve company with anything but the best, though.
Oh, hello there. You come for dinner?
Actually, I'm looking for a man named Braxton.
Sorry, I'm not real good with, names.
Something wrong?
It just gets hard to remember things. I recall moments, feelings, but the details slip.
I felt like that after my dad passed. Walked around in a haze for weeks. I'm sorry you're feeling that way, too.
Other times, it's like there's fog. Sorry, have we talked about this before?
Maybe I can help you.
That's nice of you. I usually feel better after I eat. Mama said dinner's almost ready, huh?
I'm gonna leave you alone now.
What a pleasant surprise. And just when I was beginning to fear we'd seen the last of good company for a spell.
You look an awful lot like Adelaide.
The Eternal provides, does it not?
Like Adelaide with Junlei's hair. If you're so eager for company, why live all the way out here?
The Eternal does not desire that we huddle and hide, crowded in by walls. We all share the spark of the divine, and we were made to spread it across the stars. Out here, we are free. And even apart from society, the universe provides for us, as your being here proves.
Things have a way of working out, I suppose.
That they do. Though it's up to us to make the most of those opportunities, wouldn't you say? Look at me, prattling on as if this gravy is going to cook itself. Why don't you run along until we are ready for dinner?
I could just leave that way.
Oh, hi there. Did you come to bring us more of those rocket candies?
Man, you need to see a doctor, lady. Your eyes, that face, holy shit. What are you talking about?
You know, the ones that come in a bottle with a rocket ship on the front. They don't taste very good, but they make me feel so nice. Hungry, too.
Kid, you were weird. I'm done here. I don't have anything like that.
That's too bad. There was this other man who used to bring them. Not anymore, though.
Can you tell me about this man?
Mama and Papa said he came from the city. When we got sick one time, he brought those candies to make us well again. And they worked. Now we feel better than ever. Mama says they're a gift from the Eternal.
Why isn't he bringing you more?
He said they were making us sick. Mom and Papa got real mad at him for that. They went to have a talk with him. Afterwards, they said he wasn't coming back again.
Was his name Braxton?
I don't know. I'm not really supposed to talk to strangers. Okay. Maybe I'll see you at dinner.
We wouldn't want to intrude.
There's nothing to steal here. Like, none of this is takeable. Nice hole in the wall. What you got in there?
Oh no. No.
They sulfur-sodden assholes. Ain't enough that the raps eat everyone? Now people are doing it too?
Braxton Hex work ID. And supper time. It sucks. Don't play with your food. All the unique weapons in this game are super weak. God, this room is so pink. Why does she have a bolt pistol?
But what's this? You're tracking blood into the kitchen. Oh dear. You've been nosy, haven't you?
The murdering cannibal accuses me of being nosy.
Quickly, my dear. She's getting agitated. We can't let the meat spoil.
Don't worry. We'll make this quick.
Are you so tough?
ain't deserve to die so clean.
Clean? It covered her in acid. Don't even need that. Don't need another key item. It's unlocked on its own anyway. Oh, I'm getting hungry. This will be the last thing I'm gonna wrap up. What is this ugly ass helmet?
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
You're spat in your spirits, Velma.
You notice my mood? I'm surprised you can see straight today.
I could be seeing triple and I'd still think you're being unkind. I just might find it funnier.
Will you try wrangling half a ton of dead fish with decades-old equipment and see what it does for your disposition? Anyway, what do you folks need?
Got some bad news about Braxton.
That he's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift?
He was killed by cannibals out in the ruins.
That's... Wow. I sure feel like an ass now.
It's a rotten way to go.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on Catherine herself. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind?
Very agreeable. So yeah, that's everything. We can do now. It seems like it's like one stream, one area, pretty much. But do I have anything for this shotgun? Damn it. Hold on. Let me put shock on it. Is that the only 2 slots it has? Yep. Do we know? We have so many parts at this point, it doesn't matter. Oh, I need to, I need to get Chimera injured so I can repair it and make it pristine. Hey, I have every damage type now. Oh man, once we get access to Deadeye Assault Rifle Mark IIs, I think we can put an Exacto sight and a Fun Times barrel on it and make it do even more critical damage. Then we'll really be doing damage. Let me sleep. Huh. Alrighty, cool. I am glad to be back to this game. And actually, at the pace we're going, I don't think Monarch will take super duper long. Actually, give me this one. I like this one better. Yeah, it'll probably be like one stream per faction. Like all the Amber Heights stuff, especially with no fast travel, it's gonna take a little bit. All the Fallbrook stuff, well, there isn't that much Fallbrook stuff actually. That probably won't take a whole stream. But yeah, we'll be here for probably all this week. Most of our levels are probably gonna come just from Monarch, honestly. We'll be like 27 or 8 by the time we're off of it. But for now, we're done. Hope you enjoyed. Again, sorry if it's a little boring, but just the nature of the game. I'm having fun. My headache has mostly gone away, but it's still kind of there. I'm just gonna go eat something and lay down and deal with that. So, have a good night. Again, sorry for the huge hiatus, but I'm gonna try to, well, I always say this, but I'm gonna try to keep at it and be a little more consistent. I really want to get through this game, because I'm enjoying it a lot. And there's other stuff I want to play too. But for now, have a good night. I'll see you when I see you. Stay fresh.